what's up, guys? Alrighty. Got him. That's awesome. I'm level 8 now. I should be like level 10,000 because I'm the owner of the damn server, but whatever. So, hold on. I'm trying to get the lowest latency possible, guys, so that I can, like, talk to you guys in real time. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, so... If you're all watching this and you would like to join my modding help, go ahead and do that right now. And as you can read, the fuck? Yeah, we're creating a fire map for ROR. Let's get it. So, first of all, what map are we basing it off of? Rockton or... Yeah, probably Rockton. In my opinion. Because Rockton's the best. But, just my opinion. Shit. To get Rockton up real quick. I'm just gonna take, I want to take, what is that? I want to take this map, and I want to edit it. Alright, now we can give it a shot and edit it, because it should be the only map in there now. I know why, hold on. I forgot, Rigs Around's a little bit gay when it comes to older versions. Now we can finally edit the map that I want. Don't have to take out Neo because then I'm gonna have Neo's stuff in here. What the hell's going on here? I don't understand. Sorry, guys. Local disk, is it... Hold on. Let me check my documents, make sure that... Take that. That's not it either. That's not it either. There's no way I'd be taking it from that. So let me go double check this. Close out that just for a second. This is what happens, guys, when you have older versions of rigs or rods that you're using the toolkit for. Yeah, because my other toolkit is crashing, so you have to use 0.36 or 0.37 toolkit. So yeah, I get to enjoy the hell of that. Should only have the freaking... Why is Neo popping up if I don't have any of the Neo objects? Just make sure all that's working. Awesome, I got my highway buildings that I like. Oh, don't even know if this didn't even go. That should be better because it didn't put it in my freaking videos, so open that link. Shit. Open that link. Damn. Can I go to the actual live streaming page? I do need to wait for a little bit more people to join, but I'm not going to because it's probably gonna take forever. Post that, spam that link everywhere. Ha, got him. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, this is the one I've already edited. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, this is what it looks like so far. I added this. Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't know the roads were made out of brick like that. I didn't think the roads were like this. I think that's Jasper's edit. That's probably why. I like the roads like that. But anyway, what exactly do we want, guys? Spam me in the comments with what you all want in here, because if you want something in here, let me know. This map is for you guys. I got all night, so. So. Oh shit! You scared the shit out of me.
Sorry.
You're all good. I just heard. I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell was that?
Yeah, I need a new chair.
Yeah, it's all good. You come here for a map?
Yeah, I came here for the map.
Alrighty. So what should we do first?
Hold on, let me look at the stream and see where you're at.
Yeah, I'm currently just like up in the air, just like looking at everything that I've done to it. Because this is one that I've used, that I've edited before. It was Clark Pleasant for Blaze. I was like, I made this map back maybe like 2016. I just had the link for it and I downloaded it and I was like, oh, I like this map. Then the reason why was because I made this bridge that like went across all of this right here. But it isn't the best bridge, so I could redo it or delete it all or something. Or I could start from a blank map and just lay out everything.
I mean, the map you got now, it looks good, but like it looks sort of empty at some spots, but at others, like, does it have any sort of stores on this map?
If there is any stores, they are down in the city. So we have the compute buy. We got the mayor's little area. I'm trying to see what else we got. We got all these like store buildings that some of them don't even have textures because the people who made the map didn't know how to do it. They AO baked it wrong. And we come down here. There's a school. We got a garage for like buying and selling stuff. It's truck sales. And we got the mall over here. And Optimal Mart, that could be placed somewhere else because there's like literally no roads leading to it.
Do you know actually how to like, get some of those store models from like I don't even know where I've done this once before, but I never could get it to load up in the editor. But like one time, like I tried to edit a map. Like most of the maps, I at least have one Kmart on the map. That's just something I like to do.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you know how to do this or not, but that's one of my suggestions there. Just put a Kmart somewhere.
Alright. Let me figure out a place for that. I'll put it right over here in the middle of the map or something. I gotta figure out a little spot for it. Maybe I could place one at the schools. And
Okay.
is there no large asphalt dock? Because if there's not, then there's something wrong. Because there's asphalt that's supposed to be here. Yeah, I might have to pull up the regular old Rockton here in a second because there's no large dock asphalt object here like there's supposed to be. It's like a little pulling in area. Maybe if I take, no, I'm not hitting that. If I look at the roads, I can do something like that with the slabs. They're not bad. But I think Q is to, oh shit, hold on. I hate when I do that, like when the camera starts moving itself. I think I hit camera. What does the camera do exactly? Because I've never messed around with the cameras. What do they do?
I honestly don't know what a camera does. I never even run into that when I use my tiny little window.
I think these are Jasper's roads. If they are, I need to get his permission to use them, which I don't think he will have a problem with that. But I'm still going to ask. But these are nice roads. I like them. I have to pull up regular Rockton here in a sec. We'll get one of the regular Rocktons that I have. Because or you know, I could take the large asphalt dock and add it in there.
Yeah, you could do that.
The only problem I have with that is like I've taken like a bus lot, for example. I've taken a bus lot and then I put it into another zip file with all of the files that go with it, and then it's just white when you import it in. It's just all white, so I have to figure that out.
I mean, that's closer than what I've gotten when I tried to insert something.
So all you do is you need the dot mesh, the dot ODEF, because that's the actual object itself, the dot ODEF or whatever I can take a look because I got SketchUp exports. Yeah, dot ODEF. If you look over here.
Yeah, I've done on that. Like, I got all those files, put them in there, but when I tried to import them, it gave me some form of error.
Oh, like Toolkit couldn't run it is what it said?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I've had a few of those encounters. Let me get my Google Drive real quick. I need to find maybe like NCPS Rockton or something. I got like a bunch of fucking photos from my class. These are all photos from my school that I had to take on a professional camera for POV. It's a nice class. I like it.
That reminds me of that one time where when I was in like I believe it was 7th grade, where the administration had me go around the school taking pictures. Like, we didn't even use these pictures for anything. They just told us to go around taking these pictures for no reason.
That's weird. Yeah, we had to put them in a PowerPoint presentation and get them for a grade. Run out of that, right? Yeah. So we did that for grade, and then I just turned it in today on Schoology, so I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna use it. I got like so many different map stuff from Rockton and shit, so I gotta figure out. I haven't used this one. Do you know Rockton modded by GHCS10?
Uh,
I've never used
no,
it.
I'm more of a Neo person.
Uh,
In my county, I use Neo because it's based off of a city.
okay, I see. Yeah, where I used to live, West Virginia, it was all rural and hilly and bumpy and shit.
Where I live, it used to be rural, but ever since they paved the road I live on, things just started getting more and more crowded.
Ah, yeah, I moved to Texas not that long ago, so
Like, like, get this straight. For this one road, it takes 5 buses, is plus 2 special needs buses.
wow.
And it's not like these are little buses or anything. Like
Right.
they got like 11 seats with, instead of the one seater in the back is a full seat.
Damn.
And it takes 5 of those plus 2 special needs buses to get everybody.
That's crazy.
And even then, all the buses are packed to the gills. Everyone's sitting 3 to a seat.
That is, oh my.
I got lucky because they transferred me off of 1311 onto 1813. Like 1311, everyone was sitting 3 to a seat from the front to the back with 2 people standing up.
Holy shit. They can do that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but then I moved to 1813 and I've been having a seat to myself.
Nice. At least you ain't gotta worry about standing up or losing a seat or something.
I used to, but they took an entire road off that bus.
Continue. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm currently putting that stupid shit in.
Although, in the mornings, like, there's just this one little annoying kid who likes to sit with me. He he doesn't even give me a choice. He pushes me over just to sit in that seat.
That's fucked up.
I mean, even in the morning, he gets annoying. He's calmed down because as I just started showing how aggravated I am.
Yeah.
But I can't but I can't show too much of it because my seat's directly behind the driver.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she really doesn't care if I go off on him or not. As long as I don't use too colorful of a language, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, it looks like this one might be our go-to. They took the EDS slot basically and like imported it in here without having the EDS stuff on it, which is nice.
Yeah, I tried making a map based off of the actual EDS. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I used to be able to make my own like custom terrains for rigs or rods from height maps. It was awesome when I could do it. I don't know if I have one or not. I'll have to take a look in my Google Drive, but that one was sure something for editing. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's way better than what I can do because all I really did for my company's map is just took the old QSID map with that tiny little lot in the big blue building that had like 3 garage doors. I just took that and took everything that had to do with QSID out, changed all the gas stations to BP, put a Kmart in that little place by the KFC, and I'm probably gonna turn the troll store into a Kroger just by changing the texture of the sign.
Yeah. I mean,
That's the best I can do.
if you're able to take off like EDS, I mean like QISD shit off of their like model, that's better than I can do because all I do is import Blender. All I can do is import it from Blender and then export it to SketchUp and then mess around with it. That's about it. I can't. I don't do that.
It's actually It's actually pretty easy to do that. All you gotta do is go in the zip file itself and change the textures with paint.net.
Oh, so they were just textures. They weren't like actual 3D models.
Nope, they were just textures. Although with the football field, I couldn't get the texture right, so I just blacked it out.
Okay, that's cool. Info, yes, I don't care about that error. Let's see here. I think I might use this. So maybe I might. I'm thinking about going with like a Neo map now because I kind of want to do like um, College Station, Texas, like kind of like that, how it is, because I'd be able to map it out pretty well.
Also, I believe on Neo you have space for multiple schools. Like,
Oh yeah, you got hella room. I'll tell you that. I think it's
like,
bigger than Rockton actually. I can check that actually because
like the map I use for my company now, it's only got 3 schools, and I need 6 because it's Columbia Sampson District schools. But we only have 1 county instead of the 2 in the name.
yeah. Huh.
And the new buses I'm making, and I have a Sampson High Monster Bus and a Columbia High Monster Bus for the Monster Bus Derby.
Mhm.
But we only have a Sampson High School.
Oh.
Football games are literally just 1 school and an imaginary school.
Huh. Come on, work.
Like, it gets awkward at times.
Huh. Says awkward at times.
Yeah, but that's nothing. Like, our buses, they're crap.
Yeah.
Like, they conflict with each other all the time to the point where I just gave up on trying to fix them and got a whole new fleet that's coming in Christmas.
Oh my.
And none of those buses conflict.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I remember when I would try to play with people using like Jeff Davis buses that my friend owned because he owned. Holy shit! Is this Jasper's edited Neo? It looks like it because the roads and the sidewalk. All right, whatever. I forgot to take out everything. But anyway,
Like, back in the day when, like, pretty much every bus, if you had every bus pack that was available to the public,
uh-huh.
and then people would spawn stuff, and then you want to spawn the bus you want, it would probably
Oh.
sound like, the texture would be all white. It's awful.
Yeah, I feel you there. I remember.
In my district, that still happens with
Yeah.
our own buses.
Damn. That's not good.
Like, sometimes it's not even, like, with one bus pack, it's like these 2020 gas CEs and 2020 diesel CEs. They're all white, like, no textures whatsoever. All white.
Hmm.
It's not even a confliction doing that, I don't think, because if you spawn them first, it still happens.
That is weird. Where the hell is the dot? Oh, I guess he didn't put a dot. He didn't put this. He didn't put the first gen one. He took it out. Alright, so no one can edit that. Well. Goddamn. We going on a hunt today. Don't even know. Plus, I wouldn't be able to use that anyway. Jasper was having me beta test that. I kind of forgot. The Neo 2.0 with the no trees. I totally forgot about that. I am glad that it didn't work, I guess. This shit annoys me sometimes. Like, what really annoys me is the Rigs and Rods people, like managers. They're fucking, their damn managers piss me off. Like
What do they do?
they banned me from the official Discord because they said I stole models from SketchUp Warehouse when they clearly didn't check SketchUp Warehouse, and they clearly didn't. Sorry, I hear
How
myself.
dare they?
Yeah, my friend modeled it, and then I added it to part of my model, and then I got permission from my friend, so because me and my friend were cool with it, so I was showing it to people, and they banned me. Like they said I was stealing content and that I was underage, and I was 13 at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, they're dicks. I hate them.
Just stop being underage.
Shut up, Justin. I wasn't underage. I was.
You were streaming?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, I was.
No, that is
streaming.
something I did not know.
Yes, I announced it, but now it's being glitched. So.
I was going to ask you to play GTA with me, but you're streaming.
Yeah, and I kind of can't play GTA
Why?
because I have mods on it.
Alright.
Yeah, I added mods to it so it looked nice. And then it won't let me play online, and I don't necessarily want to take off those mods.
Mm.
.terrn is what I'm looking for. .terrn. I wish I was allowed to play music on YouTube without getting copyrighted.
I mean, when I used to do YouTube, what I would do to combat that is have two separate headphones, one hooked up to my phone and the other to the computer. Have one into the computer and the other playing music from the phone.
Nice. Yeah, I kind of only have one pair of headphones, and the other pair of headphones that I use are Razer, but they're kind of, let's just say my brother stepped on them, and they're not mine, so they're broken. But, like, the metal part that connects them both together is just, like, snapped, it's broken, it's dead, it's bye-bye, out the fucking window type of shit.
I just imagine your brother stomping on the headphones as hard as he can.
Yeah. It was Lucas who broke Holden's headphones. So now Lucas has to
I thought it was Holden who broke Lucas's.
No, Lucas has to give his headphones to Holden. So that's why Holden's using Lucas's headphones, which are amazing. Alright, take off that, and we file, save. We're gonna rename this bitch. No, I don't want to edit it. God damn. We're gonna rename it to NEO. And then we're gonna throw it back in here. Yes, just let me do it. Delete that. Yes.
Alright, I'm heading off to another land.
Where?
Another part of Discord.
Oh, I understand. I don't want to talk.
Alright, if you need me, just DM me.
Alright, roger that, man. I'll see you.
See ya.
I was a dumbass. I forgot to edit the actual name. I edited just the name. Like, I edit the name of the actual file, but then I didn't edit the name of the map, so I have to restart it again. This has been a living hell. I mean, it's already 8 o'clock here, and all I know is I'm going to be up until probably tomorrow, like a few days after tomorrow. Like, I just had CAF coffee. You know what that stands for?
Not at all.
Caffeinated as fuck. It's an actual brand of coffee. My dad bought it at some vape shop, and it's awesome. Like, it has twice the amount of caffeine that regular coffee has. So yeah, it's really nice. I drank it one time, and I was up from like 7 in the morning. What the hell's my? Sorry, I was up from 7 in the morning to like 4:30 in the next day in the morning. But I also had to force myself to go to sleep because I had stuff to do. And if you want to see something I modeled, you should look at the live stream real quick. That's my road that I modeled.
Oh, the live stream get this far back.
Huh?
Okay, now my thing's glitching out.
Oh shit.
There it went.
Yeah, this is what I modeled. It was a little road with like a bike lane, but it's not the best because the textures. I colored it better. Like, the concrete on top is supposed to be different than the concrete on bottom, but of course it had to screw up. So first, let's try to get the roads laid out. I'm gonna pull up a map real quick, just for reference. If I can spell, I suck at spelling. See, guys, if you want to see my, you know what, fuck it. Y'all should see my grades. They're amazing. Shit. Gabriel.T-E-S-T. Yes, I don't care if y'all see my grades. So if you look at my classes, English, I currently have a 73.90. This is a little bit off topic, I'm sorry guys. But I currently have a 73.90 because I suck at English. Algebra, I'm not the best at, but I got an 87. Biology, I'm not the best at either. I have an 80. World Geography, the best at. It's just like, what the hell? My Geo Art project, he didn't put that in yet. Okay, I have a 91. Principles of Information Tech, which is my IT class for computers, I'm amazing at. Test on 1.4. Oh shit. Whatever. I guess he didn't put it in. 93. My visual arts class, 98. And then art, I just don't try. So yeah, it's my first period. I don't care about it too much.
Wait, how many classes do you have in a day?
7.
Yeah, I've got 7 too, although my automotive class stretches from 4th and 5th, so I technically have 6, but stay the length of it if I had 7.
What grade are you in?
10th.
Nice, I'm only a grade behind.
But you're in 9th?
Yeah, I'm only 15.
That's strange, because I'm 15 too.
Huh. Yeah, I've never been held back either. My birthday's in September, that's probably why.
Yeah, probably, because I've never been held back either.
Yeah. Yeah, some birthdays are in weird, what's it called? Some birthdays, they, like, so if you have your birthday in, like, say, January, you should be 10th, maybe 9th. But if you're in if you have a later birthday, then most of the time you're gonna be in 9th because they tend to let you start school at a certain age, and you have to wait a certain amount of time, and it's all messed up. But yeah, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's not how they did it for me, because I started school real early, but for some reason they put me in kindergarten before pre-K, then they put me in pre-K, and then they put me in kindergarten again.
Damn. Yeah, I had to go. It's probably because of I used to live in West Virginia, and shit was weird there. Like, for schools, it was just weird. Did they update this at all?
I mean, if you want to see weird, you should see all the all the buses we had in the 90s. Because my county didn't know what bus to get. They know it had to be on a 3800 chassis, but they didn't know what body. They went from Amtran, Bluebird, no, from Thomas to, I think, Bluebird to
Wow.
Carpenter Crown,
That's
to
crazy.
Amtran, back to Bluebird, then back to Thomas until they got their first CE in 2003. And then it's been CEs ever since.
Damn. Shit crazy, man.
And now I'm sick of CEs because I ride one every single day of my life.
Yeah, I like Bluebird Visions. I used to ride one every day of my life until I moved to Texas. Then it was all ICCEs, which I hate with a passion.
I don't, per se, hate them, but I don't like them either. Like,
Yeah,
I prefer...
I shouldn't say hate. I probably don't like them. I mean, they're kind of nice, but they're kind of not at the same time, in my opinion.
I honestly prefer the older ones that have the DT466, like the 2005 to probably... I'll count 2010, even though the starter's not the best. Reminds me, like, I don't know what my county has been doing, but when I was in 4th grade, they had us cut the buses off, but as soon as we went to 5th grade, we left them running 24/7
Damn.
probably to the point where, or if it wouldn't burn gas, they would leave them on in the lot when they went home.
Holy shit.
They never actually did that, but I know they wanted to,
Yeah.
until they realized how bad of an idea that was.
Yeah.
But back then, we had a bunch of old buses, like 2000 Thomases, 95 Crowns, and stuff like that.
Wow.
I believe there may have been, I don't know for sure, but I'm just guessing that before we had 3800s, we had some form of GM bus because of a GM body fluid cleanup kit I found on a Thomas 3800.
Wow.
I've never personally seen one of these buses, but it could easily be a Chevy C60 since, like, somewhere down the road that's sort of at the edge of the county, there's this Chevy C60 school bus. I can't tell what body it is. It might be Bluebird. But it sits there like, whatever this person did to it, they converted it into like an advertisement type thing for an Italian restaurant because they painted it the colors of the Italian flag and put metal over the windows where you couldn't see in it. And I don't think it has an engine in it because it never moves. It's been sitting there for years.
It's kind of sad just to see a bus go to waste like that. I mean, I understand if it was old, but
It was old.
it's a little bit
The
upsetting.
front of the bus was extremely faded the last time I saw it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know if it runs or not. I mean, I've never seen someone go out there and crank it.
Yeah.
So it might run. I don't know. But personally, I've never seen it running, nor gotten close to it since it's sort of off in a lower part of the road.
Yeah.
Like, I forget where it's at now, but when I see it, I know it's like in the forest type area, and there's some business, and then they just have that bus sitting there, just slowly going into disrepair as it just sits there.
Yeah.
Well, it hasn't gotten into disrepair yet, but it will be soon.
Yeah. Alright, so now we have our base for College Station so far. So the first road right here is Wellborn. And we got, this is what used to be Greens Prairie, but they just changed it to Victoria Avenue. Because if I go back to the map, so this Wellborn stretches from all the way out past Texas A&M, all the way to here. No, I guess further than, no, it ends at Villa Maria, and then it goes all the way out this way, all the way out this way to this city, all the way back to Texas 6 near Navasota, which is about a 15 to 20 minute drive.
I don't think I've ever seen a road that long that's not an interstate.
Yeah, these roads here in Texas are crazy.
Like the only thing that comes close to that is Wrightsboro Road, and it's still shorter than that.
Wow.
Like it ends at a roundabout on one end, it ends by the Savannah River at the other.
Hmm.
Because I'm in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm like Georgia spec requires a light monitor, but I don't know what they do for the C2s. Because we have Thomas C2s, and I'm pretty sure there's no room for a light monitor up there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they just get rid of that storage box overhead and put one there, or just put it on the switch panel.
I don't know.
Because I don't live in the county that has the C2s. That's the next one over.
Oh.
But that county has more interesting buses than ours because they have Bluebird 3800s, Thomas C2s. They had O4 CEs, maybe
Damn.
maybe like 3 new style CEs, like not brand new, but like 2005 style.
Oh, okay.
But oh yeah, I know they have Bluebird A3s,
Ooh, that's nice.
and I believe that county's always had air conditioning since air conditioning on a school bus was a thing.
Damn.
My county didn't get that till 2002.
Yeah, Preston County, we didn't even have air conditioning. We didn't even need it.
Where I am, you didn't need it back then, but now you need it.
Yeah.
Like, if you like, I don't play sports because when they take us somewhere, we get in one of these raggedy 1991 Thomas 3800s
Wow.
with no air conditioning, a stiff door. I've never even been on one of those buses, but something tells me I don't want to. I'm pretty sure they sold the rest of them off though, because now all I see is 2002 3800s, 1990, maybe a 2000. All I know is my bus 200 from 4th and half of 5th. It's not one of them. I think it was junked because it broke down in the middle of 5th grade. And instead of fixing it, we just got 2404, which never broke down once. But
Wow.
the thing is with 200, I think it's something that they did to it because when it was running, it ran.
Yeah.
It had a good starter because like it was fine, but once it broke down, it stayed going for a little while.
Yeah.
So I think that's the county just not working on it.
Yeah.
And then someone thinking it's taking so long to fix that they might as well just give up on it.
Wow.
That's probably what's going on.
Yeah, and then you would have like people for the people that actually vote for the levy, they'd be wasting their money going towards a new school bus that doesn't even need to be that you don't even need because you haven't even repaired the other one.
Well, I mean, like, we get new buses regardless. They replace the old ones unless the driver specifically chooses to keep the old bus, like bus 2300. No, it's 2306. That driver should have gotten a new bus in 2017. But instead, he kept it for as long as he could, and I think he still has it. I don't know. He may have a 2020. I don't know. All I know is over at Grovetown, they still got them 2002s in service. I think they may have just got rid of them, but yeah, when I was in Grovetown, all the buses have AC, but no one ever said it had to work. That was especially the case for 2502, the raggediest bus they own.
Damn.
It's worse, like, when it was running, it might as well have been broke down. Because when you mash the gas, you go like 2 miles an hour until you shift into second gear, and then and you have a cloud of black smoke coming out the back.
Wow.
And then you're going like 45.
Yeah, we back in Preston County and back in West Virginia, we had a bus that was a 3800, I think 2001 or 2005, I don't remember. It was
2005.
Yeah, it was a weird bus, I'll tell you that. Like it was they took an old they replaced the 3800 interior panel like the panel where you would go to hit your switches. They replaced that with like a Bluebird Vision one. They screwed up that 3800, but that's not the point of this.
Are you sure that wasn't a CE? Because I'm pretty sure the 3800 was discontinued in 2004.
It might have been 2004. I don't even know. All I knew was a newer 3800.
Oh, you mean the one that had the CE grill with the square headlights?
Didn't have a CE grill. No, it was the 3800.
Oh, so the horizontal with the
Yeah.
horizontal.
Yep, horizontal. Yep. And the mirrors sucked on it. They look like old 2008 Bluebird Vision mirrors. I mean,
You mean
first
them cat
gen.
eye mirrors?
Yeah, something like that. But it was a good bus, except for when it came to shifting into second gear. It had a spot when you shift it. It'd be like, so you take it into, so you have it in first, and you go to second, you go and it hits it and it goes like that because the gear's a little bit off.
But you mean manual or automatic?
It was a manual.
Oh, Bus 200 did something like that too, but it was automatic. Going
Yeah, and this one you had to full force floor it if you wanted to get up a hill. Like it wasn't even that steep, and we met a car one time when we were going up that hill. So it wasn't too pretty because the bus barely made it up the hill.
If you were in 2502, you would have been rolling backwards. Because if you have to turn and go on a hill in first gear, once you're going up the hill, you'll just be going so slow, then you stop, and then you start rolling backwards. And then you try again, you go up, then back down. And then you have to back all the way up. Then you floor the pedal to the floor, and it's like you barely mashed on the gas.
Wow.
And then if you get into second, then you could possibly make it up the hill. If flooring it didn't kill the engine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I've been on 2502 recently. The back air conditioner leaks so much that that no one sits back there. They all sit three to a seat up front to avoid getting rained on back there. Where the air conditioner leaks so much. Like when I walked back there to see how bad it was, there was the freaking Savannah River back there.
Oh shit, man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, all of our AC, when it leaks out. It looks like it leaks out the exhaust pipe, like near the back of the exhaust pipe, but it's not the exhaust pipe. It just leaks out the back.
All I know is 2502 was so messed up.
Yeah.
That they just gave us our bus back unfinished.
Wow.
Just until they could get 2602. Which 2602's gauge panel is installed upside down. like all the gauges are upside down. That's why it was a spare back then.
That is crazy.
But I remember it being in service. I've never been on it, but I'm pretty sure the gauges were still upside down. I think they did that at the factory.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and did I mention how long it takes for 2502 to crank up? It's got some form of fuel shortage, so you're just holding on the key for a good while until it finally kicks over, like you were holding it for 5 seconds.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that reminds me of one time where the bus blew a head gasket when the driver started it. Like, this was already when they started having the buses running by the time you got out there. And the driver got to the bus, cranked it up, and I saw from the football field where we were playing a cloud of white smoke coming from one of the buses. Then I automatically assumed, please don't be my bus, please don't be my bus. Yeah. But when I got up to the bus, you see white smoke coming out the tailpipe.
Holy.
And the bus driver just kept driving like nothing was happening until one of the students pointed out, and she was like, oh my god, did you have to see that? Like, she wanted to just go home. But we had to sit there for 25 minutes waiting for a spare bus to come around.
Wow.
And, that's back when in bus 200, it would have been a spare. So we had manual door and no air conditioning.
Damn.
Although it wasn't 200. Like, I remember one time we would have gotten 200 as a spare bus, but we had our bus.
Mm-hmm.
But we would have had 200 as a spare, but I honestly don't know what they did with that bus. They either junked it, sold it,
Yeah.
or parked it at the bus yard for all eternity, like they do with basically every other bus. Just that they don't like, because like, in fact, all the buses that are destroyed get parked back at the lot for eternity. Like, there's one bus that caught fire with only one student on it, and the driver didn't believe him, so the entire bus just burst into flames.
Was anyone hurt?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's
The
good.
entire bus burst into flames. Yeah, that bus still sits there. It was a 2005 CE.
Dang. That's
I've never seen bus 2500, so that probably explains where it went.
Yeah.
All I know is I've never seen the bus in person, but all I know is it's got that KFC extra crispy thing on it.
Yep.
Like
That's a-
the entire
that's a
hood of the
good
bus.
move.
Like there's no engine in it, and the hood of the bus was just taken off.
Wow.
And the firewall black, the entire front of the bus black, LEDs burnt, melted. I've never even seen the inside of the bus. All I know is I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Because if you go in there, you're probably going to see all the plastic just drooping down. The emergency lever burnt. Like, I don't want to see what's in there.
Yep. That's crazy.
There's probably more buses like it there that we just never seen.
Yeah.
Like, I could bet you right now 200 sitting there. They're just held up by some cinder blocks, missing a couple of headlights.
Yeah. Live stream.
I could probably see that happen. Like, all the buses I'm nostalgic for, that's probably how they're sitting up in that bus lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
994,
Mm-hmm.
probably gutted. I know 200 probably is. Used for parts for the 2002s. I've actually seen 2404, so I know it's alright. Probably
Okay.
still in service in Grovetown.
Yeah.
But, man, I really don't want to see 2404 because it makes me sad every time I see it.
Yeah.
Because the driver that drove it died in a motorcycle crash.
Aw. Were you and him close?
Like, not really, but he was one of my favorite drivers.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he would pull little jokes. Like when we had 200 and someone was about to get on the bus, he'd grab the handle and pull it almost shut, and then just start playing with them, like opening and closing the door where they couldn't get on,
That's a good bus driver right there. I'll tell
and then he opened it up. Or when someone's crossing the road, he'd put the bus in neutral and hit the gas.
you. That's funny. Yeah.
He even did it with 2404, even though the red's cut off when he closed the door. He did it anyways. He just grabbed the switch and went.
Yeah, my bus driver, my favorite bus number is 124 because my bus driver who drove it, his name was Tim, and me and him were like really close. He would send me money on my birthday and stuff like that. Like when I moved to Texas, he sent me money on my birthday. Like that's how close we were, and I always helped him out with the kids, like telling them the stops where, if the kids were on or if they were not on, and picked up trash for him because there was a lot of kids that just littered on his bus, and I tried to put an end to that, so I would pick up the trash for him, and he was a really good bus driver.
I'm really close with my bus driver now. Like, she's a family friend. I found out about that when I went to Chuck E. Cheese for my little cousin's birthday party, and she was there.
Wow. Yeah, my bus driver, me and him were related through my cousin. They had the same last name, and I figured out that I was related to him because that was my second cousin's uncle. So I was like barely related to him. but
Mm.
it was still nice. Because then we could
My-
actually hang out because you know you're not supposed to like do stuff like that when um you're not teachers and stuff aren't supposed to hang out with their students, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my bus driver or his family friend, because like she and my aunt worked together at a pet store.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know what store it was because she never specifically said which store it is.
Mhm.
But on the topic of stores, like every single store I get attached to closes down. Like as soon as I say, I like this store, I'm gonna go here. When I walk in the next day, store closing banners everywhere.
Holy crap.
Like the Food Lions, dead. Family Dollars, dead. Kmart, actually that one's long dead.
Wow.
And in fact, there's no more Kmart's in Georgia. If I want to go get me a cheap vacuum cleaner, I
Uh-huh.
either have to go to Aaron's and rent it,
Ugh.
or drive all the way to South Carolina to go to the Lexington Kmart.
That's crazy. That's
And long story short, I did neither of those because I don't have a driver's license.
I'm about to get my permit here soon, so.
I've already got my permit, but I'm kind of scared to drive. Like the last time I was in a car,
Uh-huh.
or actually driving, and not just pulling it up or back or down the driveway.
Mhm.
Yeah, we were at this family gathering, and then we were about to go downhill. I got scared and tried to mash the brakes, but instead I hit the gas to the floor.
Ooh.
Luckily, as soon as I did that, I out of reflex pulled my foot up and stomped the brake. And luckily, we were gonna hit a tree, but I stopped just in time to where we moved like an inch, and the entire car shook.
Wow.
And my dad insisted on me driving the rest of the way home.
He did?
Long story short, my mom drove us home
That's
because
crazy.
she already knew something bad was gonna happen.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I've only drove my dad's car once, and that was with him in the car. He was letting me drive it from my neighbor's house to our house back in West Virginia, which was about it was a good bit. So I got to pull it out of the neighbor's driveway, which was pretty long, and then I had to turn it around, pull it out of the driveway, and then drive up our driveway afterwards after I went down the road for a good bit. It was nice. I like doing it.
Yeah, I believe I've driven almost every car since I've been familiar with how to drive, which was like, I don't know, about 5, maybe 6.
Hmm.
I haven't been driving down the roads, but I've been driving them around the house.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I wasn't mashing the gas or nothing. I was just doing,
Right.
or maybe I was. I don't know if I was doing steering wheel or the gas.
Ah.
I might be doing the gas. Or all I know is nowadays I do both. And I'm relatively good. Like, I remember one time, like, in the automotive shop, me and this other kid, I would say his name, but we're on stream, but and I really don't want to.
Right. I understand.
Like, we were fixing the school officer's golf cart because he had put diesel in it. Not sure if it was on accident or on purpose.
Oh.
Probably on purpose to get a new golf cart.
Yeah.
But we fixed up that golf cart. Punishment was having, like, that was probably his punishment, getting his old golf cart running like brand new.
Yeah.
And like before we gave it to him, like we had this golf cart or tournament like thing where we all drove it and went down this dirt path. We just drove down that dirt path and turned around and came back. I got stuck. I was the only one to get stuck.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I panicked. Like, I forgot that there was even a reverse gear, and I panicked.
Ooh, that's not good.
Like, if I didn't panic, I would have just grabbed for the gear shifter and put it into reverse and backed up.
Yeah.
But in the panic state, I don't have a clear sense of mind, so I was like, oh no, I'm going to be stuck here forever. Instead
Yeah.
of, let me put this in reverse and back out, like a normal person.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but I remember the first time I put the pedal to the floor, or on the golf cart, like, that thing gets going.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's one of them gasoline ones, and it goes fast.
I bet.
Especially for one that doesn't have an idle state. Like, it doesn't idle. When you let off the gas, it cuts off unless it's moving.
Oh my.
Like, once you stop and let off the gas,
Mhm.
it cuts off. It's supposed to do that.
I only got like 2 viewers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end this. Me and you can go to like a private call if you want, so that just in case if someone joins, they don't hear in on the conversation. But
Yeah, we can do it.
all right, thank you all for whoever's watching. Uh, just comment what you want in the map, and I'll make it happen. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.